You heard a very clear difference on women's reproductive rights last night. And this is not theoretical. When I talk about names in there, these are women that didn't want to have their names in public. They wanted to have their own personal health decisions be private, as they should be. But because of what they've done, they pushed them into it because they can't get the care. And if you think they're stopping with just 20-state abortion bans, I talk about this, fertility treatments. And the reason I talk about it's personal. You've all done it. This thing, the families who know this, and again, a lot of these things you don't want to talk about because they are personal, but the hell of going through that, look, you're there, however you want to have your family, you decide you want to have children, and you can't, you want to be able to use the science that's there to be able to make that happen. So if you personally haven't gone through it, I guarantee you have somebody who has. And what I said last night was, if you don't know Amanda Zurowski, if you don't know a Hadley Duvall, the names have talked about these women who went through this, if Donald Trump's reelected, it's only a matter of time and all of us will know somebody like that. That's the issue. So for Gwen and I, it took us years to have a child, but we had access to health care, we had access to fertility treatments, and because of that, some of you heard me say this, when we had our daughter, we named her Hope, because it's a powerful word. Her and Gus, her and her brother Gus are our whole world. We talk about them often. But that's what, yeah. So, you know, and that's what this election is about, too. But my wife, who's a very practical Midwest Lutheran English teacher, she often says, hope's the most powerful word in the universe, but it's not a plan. Folks, we got to have a plan to make sure that we win this thing. We got to have a plan to make sure we get it done. Because when Vice President Harris talks about freedom, she means your freedom to make your personal health decisions, choice about your families. And this is my appeal to Republicans. When did the Republican Party think it was okay for politicians to make personal choices about your life? That's not okay. And the freedom of our seniors to retire with dignity by strengthening Social Security. We didn't get to talk about it last night. I didn't get to talk about it much last night. But this is how they think about things. Donald Trump called Social Security a Ponzi scheme. And Senator Vance said it was the biggest roadblock to fiscal sanity. Look, if you've got $1 billion and you're not paying your taxes, I don't think you give a damn if the Social Security check comes or not. But if you're like my nearly 90-year-old mom, she depends on that check. It's really important. And we paid into that system. It doesn't add to the national debt.